don't know if you know, Olivia, I'm a bit of a catch. So, like, now I'm getting more...
Is that like the 10th episode you said that? 10 times?
So
I've said to Gage that he can't watch it without me.
Yeah, because our definition of cheating on each other is not sleeping with other people. It's actually watching Netflix shows or TV shows without one another.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Testing 1, 2.
Check, 1, 2.
Mic check. Olivia is in the house.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
Sound sync. All good?
Yeah?
All good?
All good in the hood?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your sausage sandwich?
Yeah, good. Caramelised onion sausage sandwich, mate. Yeah. Repping a good dress again.
It's a little jumpsuit. It's actually got legs.
Where'd you get it from?
This is from AX Paris. Yeah, quite a few like little dresses on there. I've got some really nice stuff on there, to be fair. Like anything. You're not bothered, are you?
No.
You're like the
No.
glaze over your face is like she's now going to start talking
glaze
about
over
dresses.
there. That's it. Yeah, guys, welcome back to the SwingHub Podcast. I'm Gage,
I'm Olivia.
and today we are talking about red flags. Ooh.
Red flags, because this inspired from a juicy little story that I wouldn't say little story, it is an epic story.
I got the deets.
You've got the deets.
I got the deets straight up.
Yeah, I read it to him literally because it's a really long story, and I was like, is it going to be like really long-winded if I just sit and talk this through? I was like, please time me and see how long it's actually going to take me to
Can you see my big little pot belly in this t-shirt?
I always put something on for the podcast and he goes, is that what you're wearing? You're all nicely dressed up and I'm in a t-shirt.
It's because we're growing now, isn't it? I see you putting in effort.
I've always put in effort.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, we're like, right, we'll do a podcast at this time. I'm on the computer working, and you're like, I'm ready, you ready? And you put me under pressure, I'm still wearing my t-shirt. So, is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, my juicy story, I've filled in, I've read it out to him now, so he actually knows what the crack is going on, because half the time he glazes over and doesn't listen to me, does he? So
I've got half an idea of what's going on.
you got half an idea, and now I'm going to add on to the other idea.
Yeah, but apart from that, what's been going on in our little world? What have we been up to?
So last weekend we went to Chic, didn't we, at VA? That was a really good night. I think they were saying that it was a quieter night, but it was actually really good. Like, it wasn't too busy, which is nice.
Yeah, which were nice. And do you know what I loved about Chic as well? Is normally at Chic everyone does like a massive group photo, or there's like a group of people that do a group photo, and they was all DTF to wear SwingHub t-shirts in front of the Chic SwingHub banner to get loads of promo pics, and it seems like, you know, they're all excited for it to come and all that good stuff. But I had a bit of bad news this morning.
He was really grumpy this morning.
Yeah.
He got an email in it while he were asleep. So this morning he woke up, I gave him his coffee this morning, and he was like, I was like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, just read the message. Just read the email from Suzanne.
Yeah, so Suzanne pretty much is our liaison for the SwingHub app, and you know, it would just, they're going through so much rigorous testing because obviously there's that many features on there. Things talk to each other, and sometimes like it don't work out. And she was like, we might just be delayed a little bit again on the launch. And I was like, oh my god, I need to give people a date. And excuse me, and I was like, oh, that's put me in a bad mood straight away. But I got onto my tech guy this morning. Yeah, this tech guy is absolutely phenomenal in knowledge. Back SwingHub is part of SwingHub as well. And I had a phone call with him, and he says, do not bypass any testing just for a launch date, because if you bypass that testing, what can happen is later on down the line, shit's going to hit the fan, and it's just probably going to cause more work. So I was like, yes, you're absolutely right. I knew the answer already. I just needed a little bit of validation.
Yeah, but this podcast, we were hoping to have
to go, oh my God, guys, guys, we've got a date,
we've got a date.
But then again,
it's been a bit...
But do you know what? I will not put myself into that trap that many people do of quickly throwing something out there to say it's there without it working 100%.
I've got something exciting though. Even though we haven't got a date for the app launch, I've got a date for the app launch party.
Hey, we're gonna get lit in here.
So, but it's not 100%. I've not paid the deposit yet, but she's put it in pencil. So we're going to see her on the event organizer on Sunday. So hopefully the week after we can 100% confirm the app launch party. Because hopefully I want it to be a really epic one.
Yeah, but do you know what else is coming next week?
What's coming next week?
The SwingHub store for all the merch. So for everybody out there that hasn't managed to get a t-shirt yet, you'll be able to purchase one on swinghubstore.com. And yeah, you can get all your little gizzes and gadgets and and all your t-shirts and anything that you want related to SwingHub as part of a pre-launch to show your support and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're launching that next week, which is super exciting.
Ooh. And next week, before the next podcast, I'm trying to think, it will be out, won't it? Open house is going to be coming.
It is.
So open house is airing on the
18th
of May.
So we got a little phone call the other day, and it's going to tell us what episodes we're going to be in. And we don't want to kind of... Should we fuck them? We'll ruin it.
No, we won't ruin it. What were you going to say?
Well,
How many episodes we're going to be in?
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
What were you going to say?
Well, I'm trying to say it, but you
Don't
just...
fuck it up.
You shut me down like the Mexican-American border right now. What's building a wall? What's going on? So we're not in the first 2 episodes.
No.
We make a nice grand entrance in the 3rd episode. But if you want to watch it, you can watch it on all 4, where you can binge watch Open House. If not, if you don't have the time, it comes out every Thursday, 10 p.m. on the 18th of May.
Yeah.
We're in May, aren't we?
You were going to say March then, weren't you?
My
You'd
head.
skip 2 months.
Yeah.
But yeah. And unfortunately, I'm away. So I've said to Gage that he can't watch it without me.
Yeah. Because our definition of cheating on each other is not sleeping with other people. It's actually watching Netflix shows or TV shows without one another. So Olivia, I'm like, don't you fucking dare cheat on me, Edge.
Don't you dare watch the first episode
I was
without
like,
me.
I'm going to slut down on Open House.
You're going to demand all 4 it, aren't you, and watch all of the episodes while I'm away?
Yeah. But do you know how I can't really lie to you? You know, if I'm trying to hide something, you always spot and you're like, right, what's going on? I'm not going to go down that avenue of watching it without you because...
You'll get found out.
I'll get found out.
Really quickly.
Really quickly. Even though I got invited up to Manchester to one of the other cast's house for like a little pre-watch
With
party.
Mark and Jen.
With Mark and Audrey Jen. So, yeah, that's it.
But unfortunately, you can't watch any of it. No?
Well, I feel like I can watch the first 2 episodes because we're not
Watch
featuring
the first 2 episodes. Or we'll just have to FaceTime each other.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Right, do you want to hear my story?
I want to hear this story. What's been going on in the community?
It's a really long-winded story, and so bear with me. It is very lengthy.
You just make sure you don't talk right into the mic and fuzz it all up.
Like that.
Okay.
Okay. So, this was from a woman.
All right.
Okay. So you've got literally all the details. So we had been on the site that shan't be named for about 2 months without much luck, when we received a message from a couple asking if we were up for chatting. It was midweek, and after 1 or 2 messages back and forward, they asked if we were interested in meeting up that coming Saturday. We agreed and moved on over to WhatsApp to continue the conversation a bit easier, and the chat really flowed well. We all got on like a house on fire, and there was a lot of open and honest discussion about expectations and boundaries.
Okay.
Going good?
Yeah, it seems like a really good meet.
Normal? Everything's normal.
Everything's
Hunky-dory. They were an older couple, late 40s, early 50s, and the guy explained that he'd been in the lifestyle for years, whereas his girlfriend was completely new to it. He explained that they haven't been together long and that he wanted to have a relationship after being single for a while, but he didn't want to give up the lifestyle, so talked his girlfriend into trying it out.
Okay.
He then went on to tell us that the woman had a how do you say that word? How do you say that word? He then went on to tell us that the woman had a colonoscopy bag.
Colonoscopy.
Oh my God. He's right there in front of my face. And I can't even read it out. Okay. Colonoscopy bag. I wanted to make sure that we were comfortable with that. As it stands, it actually made us feel more comfortable as I have a chronic invisible illness myself, and so this made me feel like we were in safe hands with people who just got it.
Yep. Sounds good. It sounds good. What's the big deal, Olivia? What are you getting at?
Shut up. Stop putting me off. Okay. Fast forward to the night before, and we were confirming all our rules and boundaries. They were clarified, and that some very hard no's. The hard no's were we kiss but not with tongues as we don't like it, and I can't stand my neck being touched. There were the two like biggest no's.
Okay, right. So they've discussed the boundaries,
Yeah.
the rules.
No kissing with tongues, and she can't stand her neck being touched. And
That's
they were
fair.
like massive big no-nos. They both didn't like it.
That's fair.
They agreed that we wouldn't do that, and they were happy with the next time that they were meeting. So the night actually arrived, and we drove an hour to meet them in a hotel bar around the corner from the guy's house. The bar was completely empty, so having discreet conversation was really hard, and he was very confident to talk openly about the lifestyle within earshot of the bar staff, which made us feel a bit uncomfortable. You little
I know them sort of
Inputs.
people. Like, yeah, I get it.
But we chalked it up to newbies' nerves to begin with and just went with it. Anyway, after about an hour, he put us on the spot and asked if we wanted to go back to his place, stating that they were both really interested in playing with us, so we agreed and hopped in the car for a short drive to his place. I should say at this point that I'm bi-curious but have never played with a woman before this meet and was so really nervous and didn't know what to expect from the evening. We got to his place and me and my hubby and the girlfriend all sat on the sofa. The hubby was sat in between me and her, while the guy got us some drinks and told us to get comfortable. As all three of us were new, we didn't really know what to do and just made awkward chit-chat.
I've got a feeling it's going to turn around in a minute.
When the guy came back in the room, he looked at my hubby and said, No, you two girls need to sit next to each other, and he made me and my hubby switch seats. He then proceeded to grab our hands and put them on the other woman's thigh, so we were touching each other. When we didn't move, he said, maybe we should just get this started, and grabbed her up to kiss her and then led us all to the bedroom. As soon as we were in, he undressed me without asking me if I was comfortable, kissed me and pushed me onto the bed and climbed on top of me, touching and kissing my neck and forcing his tongue in my mouth. These were my boundaries, but I froze in the moment and didn't tell him to stop because I didn't know how. All the while, my hubby was having some awkward fumbling around with the other woman, but looked super uncomfortable. Soon enough, he made his girlfriend lay on top of me and kiss me while him and hubby just watched on. He was making comments about watching us together, which made us all feel really uncomfortable. Then he told her to get off so he could get in there, but my hubby piped up before it could get any further than clumsy foreplay and said he wasn't comfortable and that it was time to stop. The guy just said, suit yourself, and continued to try and play with me. I had to push him off and say that if my hubby was done, then so was I, and we quickly got dressed and left. Okay.
Yep, okay.
One more little bit.
Okay.
One more bit. Hold on.
I am invested right now.
The next day, we woke up to a message from him saying that they had talked and felt that we weren't the right fit for them and they wouldn't be interested in meeting us again, and they blocked us on the site that shan't be named.
Cheeky bastards. The cheek of that.
And then she goes on and saying, now she realises there were so many red flags and they shouldn't have even gone through with like going to their house, but being new people, you just kind of like,
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on.
If you're experiencing the lifestyle, you have to take so much care of people that are new.
Yeah.
You have to kind of take things very lightly, and you always have to check in. When we were new, Olivia, like, how much were we bricking it? Luckily, the first couple we played with were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a bit
I'll tell you what, there's some guy out there
reading that.
in
I'm
bed.
like,
It's a bit of ASMR for you. Listening to your voice, falling asleep. It's like a little audio book.
I'm like, that is a lot of text to read through.
But she sent the deets, so thank you very much.
That was very in-depth for you.
Yeah.
Because we always go into a story and you're like, what's the deets? I need some more deets.
So let's do a little Gagey breakdown, shall we?
Gauge your
Let's do a
breakdown.
little
You don't need
Gage-
any more deets.
I don't need any
do
more
you?
deets now, cool. So, met a couple on the site that what we mentioned. Okay, fair dues. Met up for drinks. The guy was over-talking quite a lot when they were trying to be discreet so
Yeah.
the bar staff could hear him.
Yeah.
Red flag number one. He is not aware of his surroundings. He's been in a lifestyle that long where he's gone, oh yeah, you know, I've been around, I've done all this, where he doesn't care, but other people might, and hasn't taken them into consideration on how they feel, the way he's chirping up like a bell end, giving it all the big un.
Yeah.
But there's guys out there and girls out there that just simply don't care. But, you know, there's people out there who are in the lifestyle with respectful jobs that don't want to scream it from the rooftops.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of people in the lifestyle that like to be a bit discreet. It is like when you're sat in a bar and you're talking about it, obviously it's not 100% everybody's cup of tea, and the bar staff might be like earwigging and wondering what you're doing and
Exactly.
why you're here in a bar, like an empty bar. Like, they want to know the goss.
So this guy was like, look, I'm DTF. Let's go back to my place. It's only around the corner.
Yeah,
They all took a drive there, right?
yeah,
They walked in the house. They all sat down. They all took the places, and he went to go get drinks. Okay, fair dues, good host. But he came back in and was like, oh, whoa, what's going on? Girls, no. You got to sit next to each other and then put their hands on each other's...
I'd have been like, okay, I'd have got there. I'd been like, this is weird.
Yeah, that's a bit strange, and it seemed very pushy to kind of
Yeah, get things going.
get things going.
Yeah.
That's not right. You know what I mean? It's kind of...
I think they've always got to be one that, like, I say that you're quite dominant in that sense, and like you get a vibe, things are going, and you're like, right, if I don't say it, no one else is gonna, because we're all gonna be sat here drinking our cup of teas.
Next thing you know, you get your
In the
pajamas
morning,
on. Yeah, that's it. And then nothing
Put some
happens.
Netflix on. So you have always got to have that little party goer and going, right, come on then, guys, are we going to get this party started?
But you have to understand the vibe.
Yeah.
You have to understand everything else. Like, I know when we've had people around before, you've given me that little eye and I go, or I get the sense of like everyone's sitting with an empty cup and no one wants another coffee. Let's get the party started. Easy enough. So anyway, they go upstairs.
Yeah.
She clearly stated, I do not want tongues. I do not want your dirty tongue in my mouth. And I don't want your dirty tongue around my neck.
Yeah.
But that stupid motherfucker
But literally did it straight off the bat. It wasn't even in the moment, was it? It's literally, you've just talked about that. And that is one of your hard no's. It's not like, I don't like it. It's like a hard set. I really don't like it. Don't like do that at all. It's not like, meh.
So he clearly forgot the boundaries. So he's only
He
thinking...
couldn't care less about the boundaries, quite clearly.
He's thinking with his cock then, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is why people get a bad reputation. Because they think with the cock and he's like, oh yeah, I just want to like nail her, that's it. Didn't take a husband into consideration.
No. Didn't even take his wife into consideration.
I hope he's listening. Shame on you. Shame on you.
I know, because it's very Pacific, isn't it?
Do you know what though? We have to really understand, like, these things don't happen often.
No.
These are very rare occasions that it happens, but I think if you stumble across these occasions and you can spot the red flags, you will end up in them situations.
Oh, you forgot to end it as well of the hubby says, I'm done. I'm not feeling this. And he just carried on.
Oh, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He fucked the hubby right off. Mate, I'd have thrown him out by his eyelids.
Of his own house.
Out of his own house. You can wait till I leave. Then you can come back in.
Yeah.
Anybody disrespects me in that way? If I'm like, look,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling good, he's like, oh, yeah, cool. And then tries it on with you.
Yeah. That's,
I'll be like,
yeah.
bro.
There's a lot of red flags going on. And obviously, she did put at the end of it, she said there was a lot of red flags going on. That was at very, like, the start of their lifestyle journey, I suppose. And luckily, that was 2 years ago. And they're still in the lifestyle. So, because that could have put you off majorly. That could have like,
done.
tainted.
I wonder how many couples out there for the first experience had a bad one and went, fuck this. Like, I'm not doing this every weekend.
Yeah. I bet there's quite a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We've tried it and it's just not for us.
It just didn't.
But purely because of the bad experience and all the bad people maybe that they've met.
Yeah. So if we're talking about red flags, have you, Olivia, experienced any red flags? Can you remember? We've been everywhere, haven't we?
Yeah,
You have to dig deep
there's
for
a
this.
lot of red flags that have happened, I think. Can't really, pinpoint some. I just think, in general, we've spoken to people and gone onto the WhatsApp group and it's just the basic of, the wife doesn't seem interested in any of the conversation. Whereas I'm really bad at WhatsApp groups, really bad at WhatsApp groups, and I very, very rarely...
You are a very busy woman, though.
I very rarely reply, and, you were just texting one of our WhatsApp groups, and I chirped in after, 100 messages, and they're like, oh, I thought you'd been really quiet. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just pottering around and doing, loads of bits and bobs today.
The number one reason why Olivia wears an Apple Watch, if you can show the audience, is... if you misplace your phone, you can press a button on your Apple Watch and it'll basically ring your phone for you.
I do it. So if I lose my phone because I put it down somewhere when I'm doing stuff, and then I'm like this, walking around the house where did I put my phone?
That is the only reason why she's got an Apple Watch. That is it.
Because I'm doing something, then I'll put my phone down, and then I'll go do something else, and I'll go downstairs, and I'm like, right, where did I put my phone? Where did I leave it? Is it in the wash basket? Is it? Is it in the toilet? Is it in the bed? Is it down the sofa?
But I think, going back to what you were saying with messaging, if you're a newbie watching this, there's a thing called wife snatching. And what wife snatching is it'll be a couple, or if you're looking for a single guy, sometimes even single women as well. And what happens is that they will concentrate all their attention on the woman and not pay much attention to the guy. And that is a very, very red flag when it comes to messaging. If you're as a guy sending a message into the WhatsApp group and then, you don't get no replies, but then Olivia says something and it's like, oh my God, you're so funny. Oh my God, yeah, that's amazing. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Give me some response back. That's a little subtle sign of things aren't right, where it should be a conversation across all the people.
Yeah, but then she said that they moved over to WhatsApp because obviously if it was like that I'd have shut it down straight away, but it wasn't until they got there and started anything.
Yeah,
it is really hard to
but as well
through.
I don't think many people actually realize this, and if you want to stay really, really discreet within the lifestyle, it is super important that you do not give out your mobile number. Do not move to WhatsApp. Do not do anything like that. For the simple fact is that, don't forget, when you sign up to social media, 90% of you out there will use your mobile number. That guy that you give your mobile number, that couple who try to wife snatch, if things go wrong, when they go on Facebook or they go on Instagram or whatever social media platform, you will pop up as a recommended friend. So if you want to stay discreet, do not give any mobile numbers out. That's why with SwingHub, it's all inboard messaging with notifications to your phone and video call installation as well.
Did you see that smooth plug there? Was that a little smooth plug?
Sponsored by SwingHub. No, but it is, and you know, just going to SwingHub. That's why we've put in them features of where you can have phone calls and video calls, so you don't have to give out your private number. You can message someone if you want to set up a video call. You can set up a video call, and it's all perfect.
Yeah.
You keep it all in the app, and then you don't have to. You can, you know, your privacy is safe in that sense.
What other red flags?
What other red flags? Oh,
have you experienced any red flags?
I think it's more, it's different for like a guy in a couple than it is for a woman. Like it's, I don't know if you know, Olivia, I'm a bit of a catch. So like now I'm getting more.
Is that like the 10th episode you said that 10 times?
It's, it's totally different. I do get a lot of messages like landing in my DMs now. Back in the day, not so much. But in terms of red flags, I think, you know, it's when you're meeting them, if the person that you're talking to is just constantly talking and won't let you get a word in, you kind of go, wait a minute, what's going on here? You know, you're meant to be having a conversation, but one person's trying to basically give you his life story and tell you everything. If they can't be quiet for 5 minutes and let you talk, how is that going to translate into the bedroom?
Yeah, it's kind of like all about them kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's always going to be different red flags, and it's just knowing how to handle them. If your gut is saying, if they do something and your gut is going, oh my God, I really didn't like that. It's giving me the ick. I just feel really uncomfortable. The minute that you're feeling uncomfortable,
call it.
Yeah, it's done. Like,
trust me, we've had a lot of good meets, me and you, and when you know you've met that right person or that right couple for you, you just know. If you're getting ready to go to a meet and you're kind of like, oh my, you know, they said this,
I'm not too sure
or
about
they sent
that.
this picture and I was a bit worried. Trust me, just cancel it. Just cancel it and just leave it, because that couple won't be for you. I promise you right now.
No.
It won't end in tears, but it won't be the best experience that you've had. And don't go with the mindset of, well, I'll get there, I'll have a couple of drinks and I'll loosen up. You make the best decisions when you're sober. Trust your gut when you are going to meets. You know, you just...
Yeah, and I know it is really hard, like when you're new and in a different environment and you're really not used to the whole scenario kind of thing, just picking up your stuff and going, right, no, I'm leaving it here. I think it's time to leave. I'm going. It's really hard to be, but you don't owe that person anything. Like, you don't owe anyone anything apart from yourself.
But I suppose if you're a single woman and you're very submissive, and then you get there and you can struggle to say no. Like, I don't want to do this. It's just, you know, part of you there. You just, like, you was that person at one point, Olivia.
I think I still am.
You still am that person.
I still am.
You say no to me all the time. I'm like, baby, let me hit in the back door, and you're like, no.
No, just like I was on the phone yesterday trying to organise my shed being built. I want it done now. And he went, oh, I might have to do it like 3-4 weeks. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's totally fine. I'm like, no, I want it done now.
You little bitch.
I'm like, well, yeah, cool. Yeah, do it in 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It's fine with me. But it's not, because I want it done now. Like, I still struggle with stuff like that. Standing up to people.
So just go in the mindset. What is it about saying no to people? But you know, I'm a sucker at the same time.
Why?
Because I can't say no.
No.
To women.
No, I know you can't. Gage will like text people and like get a flirt on, and he's like, yeah, I'm really digging this. And then when he's like organising to meet up with them or go for coffee or something, he's like, yeah, we'll organise something. And then it chickens out.
I don't chicken out. It's more so. The reason why it's different between you saying no and me saying no, right, is that you say no as a woman, you know, from my this is my perspective. I'm not voicing for anyone else. This is my perspective. If you said no, that has to be respected within like your standards. Look, I'm saying no. I do not want to do this. But when I get DMs and I'm like, nah, I'm okay, I come across like a dickhead. Like, oh, am I not good enough for you? You don't want some of this candy? Like, I'm like, you know, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't want to come across like the dick. I'm going, no.
And what we do...
And I can't just ignore people either.
I should let in a little... I shouldn't, like, let you in this secret. This is not acceptable to let you in this secret. We'll always blame each other. Instead of saying... Gage is like, you motherfucker.
I'm going to have to come up with a new strategy now.
We're going to have to come up with a new strategy.
No, we say that. No, right. My issue now, like back... So recently now, obviously I had plans to like meet people, but I just physically can't because obviously we've got a lot of work on.
Yeah.
I've had to have a lot of cancellations and stuff like that. But you're right in what you're saying with, you know, if it was a situation... If I had to cancel someone, I'd be like, listen, Olivia said this. I really want to come, but Olivia said no, right? And I don't want to get into it, but she's just not happy. So I'm just going to have to cancel. My wife's my boo.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. So these people...
Got each other's back.
There's some people out there absolutely hate us now.
I bet everybody's like, yeah, we do the same.
We do the same.
We do the same.
Oh, I didn't think about that. But yeah, but it's. Can we go back on track to what we're saying about red flags?
Go on then, yeah.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
obviously we've gone on a big window again. Red flags. So what we were saying before about the guy just constantly just talking all the time. Mm-hmm. Do you know what really gets my back up a little bit as well?
What?
Is the speed to get upstairs into the bedroom.
Especially if you're very, very new to it as well. Like, you know that the other couple's very, very new. Like, it's all like just an adventure. It's a sociable, like, date, basically, isn't it? Like,
yeah, a good meet should just naturally windle upstairs and just flow and your clothes come off. Oh.
Yeah. Or it
and
starts
you just get
downstairs,
into it, or it starts
and then you
downstairs.
go upstairs and...
Yeah, not like, right, we're all done. Like, do you want to...
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. Come on, because...
Clothes off, touch each other, kiss.
Corey's on at 9, so let's...
Cut time frame.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just got to naturally progress, but you can also get suckered in that. I think we've been suckered in this before, where you've kind of let it naturally progress, but next thing you know, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And you're like, oh, fuck, you know, like, I'm so ready for bed. But you kind of still want to do it, but you're half tired, and then you've got to have a time frame on it, like, right, 11 o'clock, listen, we're going to get feng shui.
Chop, feng shui.
We're going to feng shui, all right? What is you? It's a thing. That is a thing. It can mean multiple things.
Can it? Yeah.
Right, I'm going to prove it.
Feng shui. Let's go get down and feng shui.
Right. Feng shui is, I say feng shui when I can't really come up with the word. So if, say, for example, me and you we went out and we're just like, you know, we just got a bit trippy, we got a bit feng shuied. It's like, it's that vibe. Oh, me and so-and-so, we feng shui last night. Oh, look at that cat. It's very feng shui, isn't it? No?
Does anybody else use the word feng shui for everything that the cat described?
Feng shui, that's it.
Gage does.
Is it actually in the dictionary, feng shui?
He got some new pictures of the app and was like, oh yeah, that's very feng shui. Yeah, it's a word.
No, if anybody knows what feng shui means, then please let me know. But that's my go-to word of just, I don't know, just whatever.
You don't...
I like your dress, Olivia. It's very feng shui on you. Do you not get it? Do you not get it? Do you not understand?
I understand completely. I do get it, but I just, yeah, it makes me chuckle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So anyway, the speed of going upstairs, back on point again. We need to stop doing this going off point.
Oh gosh,
We're
yeah.
terrible for it. But if somebody was, it's like, chop, we need to get upstairs.
Yeah.
Red flag. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just any situation. There's so many different red flags, and it's really hard to talk about because until you're in that situation, you're like, oh, I don't know.
But I think red flags can resemble to different people differently.
Yeah.
Like what I might see as a red flag, you was like, I don't see the big deal. So I think it's kind of, but if you're a couple, you know, one person might be like, oh my God, that give me the ick. And then the other person's like, well, I don't know. I think it's all right. You know, it's kind of, you go with the person that got the ick.
Yeah.
You don't go play with your partner if they're not feeling it.
Yeah, definitely.
But she did right. She did absolutely right. You know, the husband was like, I'm not feeling it. The douchebag turned around and was like, good for you.
Yeah, see you later.
You do you, I'll do
Pop off
me.
if you want. We'll carry on.
Go bang the kettle on. But she was like, nah.
Yeah.
My baby said this.
Yeah.
He said he's not happy. That means I'm not happy.
Yeah, definitely.
That is a right mindset to have. So good on her for doing it. What happened to this woman with the colonoscopy bag? Meanwhile, all this sort of stuff. She just sat in the chair.
No, they were like fumbling around. Well, so the husband and the girlfriend were fumbling around while he was on top of her. That's what I said.
Yeah.
In the story that you probably glazed over at that point, didn't you?
Yeah, I probably did glazed over, yeah.
Oh,
But
God.
then, do you know what? For me as well, like the cheek for the guy to turn around and message them going, guys, I don't think we're the right match.
And then block them?
And then block them. Like,
Yeah.
you've got to be... Right, this is what annoys me about them sort of people in the lifestyle. If they don't feel like they are the right match, why block somebody? Like, what's this whole thing? Like, blocking people like it's... Obviously, he was in the wrong, and he thought,
Yeah.
I'll send the message first,
Yeah.
then I'll block you. That means you cannot communicate back with me. Then I've said my piece. Instead
Yeah.
of basically going, do you know what, I fucked up, taking accountability for it.
Yeah, but they've blocked them because then they can't get back to them,
Yeah.
make in contact with them.
Take accountability for your actions. But some people just, well, that's the thing.
Well,
so.
they don't think that it's... He probably doesn't think that he's done anything wrong, to be fair, and thought they were in the wrong by not going with it and not enjoying it. But yeah.
Motherfucker. If I'm going to be truthfully honest with you guys, we've just literally just thought, fuck, we need to do a podcast. We've got this story through about red flags. We're like, right, we'll do one about red flags. And like I said before, we are not a professional setup whatsoever. We do it off the cuff. You're getting it live and raw. It's hardly, everything we do. What you see is it's not edited that much.
It's not edited really at all that much, is it?
No. It's not edited that much to thing. So you're getting what you see.
Just us in general.
Just us in
Chit-chatting about shit.
about the shit.
About the shit.
Yeah. So today, what day is it today? Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. So this is Friday today. We filmed it. Obviously, release on Sunday. Tomorrow we're in Townhouse.
Tomorrow we're heading up to Liverpool.
Oh, did I tell you what the owner of Sex Pistols texted me?
No.
She watched last week's podcast. So I'm finding 7 women to lift you up and scream your name.
Gage, Gage,
I was like,
Gage.
please don't. I was like, I weigh a ton. Imagine the sheer embarrassment, like that fucking fat bastard. Oh, yeah, Gage.
And you see me helping her
Yeah.
finding the women. Olivia, what are you doing?
If I get to Townhouse tomorrow and I get attacked by women, I'm swinging. That's all I'm saying. Hey,
Hey.
right, wrapping this bitch up or what?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's get going away. Yeah.
Yep, cool. So we don't have a date for the release yet, guys, for SwingHub. Sorry, is what it is. But if you are,
well, you ended that on a.
I haven't finished
shit note.
yet. I haven't finished yet. Can we rewind it?
Rewind it.
So, guys, yeah, thank you for just pass me that rewind button quickly. Guys, so thank you very much for watching the SwingHub podcast. Unfortunately, we don't have a release date just yet. Sorry, it is what it is. But if you are on Instagram, please follow us at SwingHub app. And if you're on Twitter, please follow us at SwingHub. Anything else you'd like to say before we cut away?
No, I think I'm good.
Think you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, red flags. Watch out for them motherfuckers. They do you danger.
And go with your gut.
Go where you got. Peace.
Made up my mind to cut my moods away. I've taken my time